Okay, we're having trouble in the garden again. So you remember Kelsey and Michelle's sunflowers got chewed on by some kind of garden varmint, and we managed to pull through that. But I planted a couple of sunflower patches for the missus, and this is where we have some new clues. Now right here is one of these strips of sunflowers that I planted for her. They're gonna grow up the side of this big tomato cage. We got some coming through, some more, and then a bunch of them have been bitten off again here. But this time we got some clues. We definitely have more clues. This is most certainly some kind of squirrel or skunk. And I did plant more sunflowers for her in each corner of the garden bed to grow up the side of the light poles. So I took the advice our friend George Dage gave us, and I'm putting one of my covers over the top of it. And I'm doing this for all of the sunflower patches. Got one of my plastic tray covers over the tops of these sprouting sunflowers. But now for the really good news of the garden. Kelsey and Michelle, you're really gonna like this. Check out what your sunflowers look like now. Look at how good these babies are doing. And they're looking pretty healthy. If you remember correctly, these are giant gray stripe and giant Mongolian sunflowers, which get massive. The other two sections of the video game garden that are looking really great, the Witcher Blood and Wine Vineyard. I mean, look at how much these have grown. I don't know if you remember what they look like. Maybe we'll do a side by side. Not to mention, we got these guys here. These are those beans we planted a few weeks ago. They're starting to come up the trellis pretty soon. They're gonna be growing all the way up and over. The Mrs. Stardew Valley tomatoes that are really starting to look good. Do you remember how small these were when we first planted them? And last but not least, the Skyrim potatoes. Just look at how big, beautiful, and healthy these potatoes are looking. You remember we planted these literally from potatoes. Pretty soon these troughs are gonna be full of potatoes. Now as a bonus, here's one little thing in the garden that I actually didn't show you on video. Let me explain real quick. So these here are the three sisters. I actually have some over here too. But basically what you do is you put corn, a squash or a pumpkin, and a bean all in the same hole. The corn starts sprouting up, becoming really tall. The beans will vine up the corn, and the big, huge pumpkin plants will create a ground cover, keeping the soil nice and moist and cool. And they all just sort of jive off of each other. If you've never done the Three Sisters planting method, I highly suggest it. What are you planting in your garden this year? Do you have one of these kick-ass hammocks in your garden?